هاي جايز ويلكم تو واتش توك اريبيا. اول مره جيت المكان ده كنت بدور على اول ساعه ليا. ما تخيلتش ان انا after a year I will be here sitting with, please welcome with me, the billionaire Mr. Adam Ibrahim, the founder of Love Luxury. Welcome with me Mr. Adam. هنبتدي نصور لكم النهارده، هنتكلم على قصة نجاح مستر آدم، بداية Love Luxury. لو في أي توسعات قريب ممكن تبقى موجودة في الميدل إيست. تابعونا، يلا بينا. Mr. Adam,
Thank you so much for having me on your channel.
it's my honor. How was your day?
Very good day, yeah. Got into work, let everyone in, had a haircut for the channel, had to look fresh.
Always fresh.
And yeah, got a busy day ahead.
Busy day ahead. Okay, everyone wants to know, like, what's the success story for Mr. Adam?
Yeah, alhamdulillah. So success in business we're going to talk about, inshallah. So for me, success in business has been from a very young age, from e-commerce, which was import-export from China. Manufacturing is how we started business, because I was part of my father's operation of quality control, and importing and exporting over thousands of products from China into UK mainland, and then setting up e-commerce stores, which then distributed the products.
Okay, but you started here in the UK. You were
Yeah.
born and raised in the UK.
Yeah, I was born and raised in London.
Okay. So, how did Love Luxury start, and how did you start Love Luxury, and how was the change from getting to other business of import and export to trading in like luxury products?
So from import export, I've been into this is my 14th business venture. So from import export, I was into the beauty businesses. I'm in property business. I'm in manufacturing. We do luxury. We're doing commodities. We're doing trading. So it's lots of different businesses that I've been into, as well as helping my father with his also many business ventures and having percentages of shares within his businesses, because I've been at the forefront of most of the businesses. And then getting into luxury was very easy, because I opened up a chain of pawnbroker style businesses about 8 years back that used to buy and sell everything, from bags to laptops to watches to gold to jewelry to laptops to phones to bicycles, everything. You could walk in my store with any product, even these mics, cameras, the whole lot.
Okay. Do you still have the other businesses running to now, or you're mainly now focused in Love Luxury?
So the property businesses are still running, the e-commerce businesses are still running, the beauty businesses are still running. Some of the pawnbroker style businesses I sold off, because I found it was too much headache for me to maintain, manage, hire, and it's more recruiting. So for me, if I can recruit the right people for the business, I'll keep the businesses. If I find that recruitment is difficult, where people are changing over too much and the businesses can't survive without the people having the right knowledge in the businesses, and for me to be able to control it the right way, I'll then sell them on to other people who can manage them well.
Okay. Love Luxury is getting very popular. Mashallah, say mashallah.
MashaAllah.
Have you thought about expanding to the Middle East, like like opening a branch in Dubai or anywhere in the Middle East?
Of course, yeah, I did actually. Approximately 2-3 months back, I was speaking to Tris Taylor on one of my personal podcasts, and I asked him, because he lives in Dubai. I said to him, brother, like, what's it like living in Dubai? And he's like, oh, it's amazing. It's the best decision he ever made. A lot safer, a lot more. For him, he found it a lot more profitable in living his lifestyle and just having a great environment to work in, which is the heat, which is a great place, good people around him, and everyone's striving for success in like a new development stage of Dubai. It's always developing, it's developing on a daily basis. And this was 3 months ago. And then I spoke to my wife approximately 2-3 months ago, and the first decision she made was, I want to move to Dubai. Just after the conversation. And from that decision, within the last 2 months of us deciding, she's moving next week. And my kids are moving there. They're going to private school. My wife is moving, and we're going to be expanding the Love Luxury business, which was mainly a business that that my wife would consider something she's passionate about, because she likes the bag, she loves jewelry, she loves the watches, she loves the fashion, etc. So we've decided now to open up a branch there within 2 weeks from now, or we're going to base ourselves there and we're moving there. My wife's moving there permanently, so people can now visit my wife in Dubai.
Okay, that's great. That's a great news. Love Luxury قريب هيفتح branch في Dubai. They're moving. So we are talking about like after 2 weeks, like we can find a store there, or
And within 2 weeks, you can find my wife there.
okay,
Yeah. And then within, I think a month or two, you'll be able to go into a branch with my staff, with my team of people that will be working on this Love Luxury business there. Because at the moment we're recruiting, which is a major part of the business model. I know my wife can take care of the majority of like private meetings and private buying, private selling. But when it comes to the logistics, we need a team of people in place to sort of build the brand in Dubai, which we've done in the UK. And I'm not finding it like a
I
hard
guess
task.
it will be a much easier,
A lot easier task
do
in
in
Dubai.
Dubai.
Yeah.
So let us inform more people in my channel like about Love Luxury. Love Luxury mainly is like the most famous place on earth, like to buy a Birkin. Like it's they're in luxury bags business. فهم I'm gonna just do this quick in Arabic. هما بيبيعوا شنط حريمي very luxurious كل انواع الجولري الجولد وعندهم كمان الواتش بيزنس او اللوكسجري واتشز موجوده برضو هنا في Love Luxury. So let me ask you about the beginning of luxury watches in Love Luxury. Have you started when you started the Love Luxury store? Have you started with the luxury watches, or was the beginning only the luxury bags?
So at the beginning, Love Luxury was just watches.
Okay.
So it was just watches. So I used to do watches from my other stores around 8 years ago. And 6 years ago, I took it more seriously. And I focused on watches, like big watches. All watches, Rolex, Omegas. I was buying all brands. Okay. It could be Breitling. It didn't have to be so expensive for everybody. It was just a business, a watch business. And then when we started Love Luxury, it was mainly watches. I had more watches in stock at the time. Okay. So I think I had like 50 watches in stock, which sold out within like a month. Yeah, wow. As in, but then I bought more and I was selling more, and I started just to buy and sell and do lots of trading with people. And then my wife and me decided to, because my wife loves Birkins. Yeah. She's a Birkin addict, we call her the Birkin queen.
Because she is the Birkin queen.
She loves Birkin.
She loves Birkins.
Yeah. And because she loves Birkins and Hermes as a brand, she couldn't get she couldn't get a bag. She went to the shop, they would not give her bag. They were like, oh, you have to buy a slipper, you have to buy shoes, you have to buy this, you have to buy that. Like Rolex, you can't get Rolex. But it was worse for her because she was like, babe, I want a bag. And I was like, well, we go to shop and buy you one. And then we went to shop and they said, no, we can't give you a bag. And we're like, what do you mean? And then they said, we can't give you a bag. So I said, no problem, I'll buy my wife a bag. I'm going to buy my wife a bag. So I went to buy my wife a bag and I bought her, I think, 4 or 5 bags. I spent maybe £100,000 on bags. And she was like, oh, I want another one. I want another one. I said, I have to start a business. If you want that many bags, I need to have a business doing bags.
We need to start selling.
We need to start selling some bags to give you bags. And then we started buying Birkins. I think I had like 10 or something in stock at once. And I was like, wow, we got like 10 Birkins because they were not easy to get.
Like
but
even Hermes don't have 10 Birkins.
Hermes don't have 10. Oh, they have 10, but it's allocated already. Yeah. And then I said, yeah, I said to her, I'm gonna get you a shop, and I'm gonna fill it with all Birkins. That was my task. This was last year, actually, only last year.
This was last year.
This is less than 15 months ago.
When was this? Was when Love Luxury established?
This is when this shop opened. Love Luxury shop.
Okay.
Love Luxury brand opened. I think 2 years ago. The Love Luxury brand.
Okay.
We were on Hands Road next to Harrods.
Okay.
And it was only for VIP people. It was just for my private clients that I had from such a long time. But it wasn't just bags. It was more watches, high-end watches. And then their wives would come for bags as well. And then my wives could talk to their wives and I would talk to the husbands. And it was just a good relationship I was having with everybody. And we would do lots of Richard Mille, RMs, lots of Pateks, and loads of Rolexes. Which is more affordable for the majority of like the clientele that are out there. And then I promised my wife. I said to my wife, I'll get a shop for you. I'll buy a shop full of Birkins. If they don't sell within a year, you keep them.
Okay, guys, I want to inform you. مكان الستور we're in Knightsbridge. we're like a couple of meters from Harrods. This is one of the most luxurious places في لندن. Having ان انت يبقى عندك محل اصلا في نايتس بريدج, this is like a whole another level. يعني ما عليكم بقى ايه اصلا اللي موجود في المحل. احنا هنا بنتكلم على شنط, بنتكلم على ساعات, بنتكلم على حاجات كتيرة جدا. Let me ask you about what watch collection do you have currently in stock? Like, in the meantime, if someone came in the store, what can he find now?
So at the moment, you're probably looking at a lot of Rolexes,
Okay.
which is the majority of the watches. With the Richard Mille and the Patex, they sell within 24 hours. So every time we get a watch, it's usually sold within 24 hours. It's sourcing. Even when we're getting the stock in, it's gone. Like, I think I got a 5990R at 2 o'clock. By 3 o'clock, my Maria, who works here as the manager in the watches, she's messaged 1-2 people. Someone said, I want to buy it. They've come down or put a deposit and they're buying it. And after, like, I get Patex and the Richard Mille's in the shop and I haven't even seen it. And Maria has said, I've sold it. And I
It's
said,
gone.
And I'm like, can I see it? She goes, yeah, you can see it. And I've looked at it. I'm like, the
Yeah.
clients are coming to pick it up in a minute. With the big watches, over 150,000, we have a very strong client base that tend to buy watches. And then Maria also sources. So she's been doing lots of sourcing every single day. People that have worked with us or who know us and that are familiar with Love Luxury that want a watch will speak to Maria. They will say they want an RM 67 or RM01 or 5980 or 5712, 5711, whatever they want. She'll get the watch within 24 hours.
Guys, if you ever came here, Maria is really helpful. Like, she helped me sourcing for me a watch. Like, in less than like 24 hours, she called me like, your watch is ready. I was taking a sub, a green sub, Starbucks. She called me like, your watch is ready. Come collect it. Okay. She's very helpful. Helpful. If you came here, you must meet her. You're definitely gonna meet her. Okay. What's the average sourcing time? Because most of my followers like will be here on a vacation and they won't be like staying for long. So how can they contact you like before they come, and what's the sourcing time?
So you can contact us via like WhatsApp, message
Okay.
the company, and you'll be delegated to the right person. So we will push you to the right department. If it's the watches, it'll be Maria 100%. But let's talk about watches now for a minute. So in regards to watches, she can source a watch very quick because we have loads of connections, loads of clients that have these watches that are sitting around. We can get these watches, I think, I'll say 24 to 72 hours, as long as it's a realistic watch.
Yeah,
If it's one of two in the world, then it's a little bit different. Yeah, but if there's 100 of them, 200 of them, we can get one. We'll manage to get the watch for you.
Okay. You also buy watches.
That's correct.
Okay. Can we like tell people more about how do you sell your watch here in Love Luxury?
Of
Like,
course.
if I have a watch, like, do you some people ask like, do I have to need a bank account in the UK or something if I'm a traveler? Is it possible like you can buy a watch from like someone traveling on a holiday or something, or do you need specific conditions?
So anyone, anywhere in the world can sell to Love Luxury.
Okay.
All you need to do is give us a call, drop us an email or a WhatsApp, book an appointment. You just bring your ID with you. Bring your passport if you're from abroad.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we'll sort out the paperwork in-house. We'll check the watch. We'll do everything whilst the client is there. And the client will agree the price and get paid anywhere in the world.
Okay, that's great. Okay, let's talk more about the watch business. Like, what's the most expensive watch you have ever sold?
So we sold quite a few expensive watches. I know Maria's been doing a lot better than me because I tend not to deal with every single client, to be honest with you. But I know that we had one recently that we sourced for a client. It was 1 in 50. I have it actually on my sheet because it was a watch that I wanted for myself, but I didn't manage to get it. It was a Rafael Nadal RM. It was the RM 2703.
Okay.
That she sourced for a client that's purchased from us before. And there's only 50 in the world, but we sourced it. It wasn't in this country, it was abroad. But the client was willing to travel to go pick up the watch, and we sourced it. But and yeah, it was a good deal for Maria.
Okay, this was the most expensive one, like, sold
Recently. Yeah,
Okay.
recently.
Have you
And that was
have you lost like couple of money, like when the market dropped?
Yeah, I did lose a bit of money, to be honest with you, because I did buy a lot at the time. And it wasn't a lot of money, but it was like hundreds of thousands of pounds. So it was okay, but you take it, you win, you lose, you know. And then business is business. You don't always make money. Sometimes you lose money, but you learn. I learned a very big, valuable lesson is when you have an offer for a watch, if it's profit, you take the profit sometimes. If you're willing to risk, then you can take that gamble. But sometimes it doesn't pay off. And sometimes it does. Sometimes it pays off very, you know, I've kicked myself. Sometimes I say, oh, I should have kept that watch. And sometimes I say, oh, I'm so happy I sold that one. So, you know, the balance, you have to know when to sell, when to buy. It's like trading, you know, you have to know when to buy and when to sell. So you have to just be very careful. As long as you got a lot of people, I got a lot of people around me. I got a lot of knowledge. We make informed decisions. And they're not, you know, you're not always 100% right, but that's the business that we're in.
Okay, what do you think will happen to the market, to the watch market worldwide in the like next couple of years? Do you think we're gonna see like a peak like we have seen before?
I mean, there's a lot more watch traders now in the market I've seen. Like a lot more people have come around recently. But in regards to if it's gonna go up or down, you know, we're in a massive decline at the moment. So the trade is messed up completely right now. So I'm talking. This is July 2023, the first week of July. This moment, the market is down. No one's buying. Not many people are buying, and when people are selling, they're not getting the right money.
Okay.
Yeah, if you've got a lot of money, would I say it's good to invest in certain pieces? Maybe. Yeah, don't take me for don't take my word for gospel and start investing your money and then call me in 6 months saying you lost money, because I'm not advising nobody to buy with your money at the moment. I'm just advising you to be careful, do due diligence. In regards to your question, what would happen 2 or 3 years, brother? Hand to heart, I haven't got a clue. I'm not even gonna make that assumption, because in 2 or 3 years' time, we don't know what's gonna happen. You know, I could have said the same thing 2 or 3 years ago. I don't have that knowledge to know what will happen 2 or 3 years, because when COVID hit, Brexit hit, Russia, Ukraine, so many issues are factors. China, locked down for such a long time. These factors come into place.
The crypto drops.
Yeah, crypto dropped, recession. We've had like 4 or 5 massive issues in the world economy. And at the moment we don't know what's going on. I'm afraid for all types of businesses, but it's a booming business for luxury at the moment. Though. I realize that with people wanting like luxury clothes, luxury cars, luxury watches, people are still buying. So it's just really it's up and down.
Okay, let me ask you like my hypothetical question for the podcast. If I'm gonna ask you like, what's a watch if you bought for yourself as a collection, not as a trader, you're not gonna buy more watches as a collector?
So I'm not really a big collector of watches, to be completely honest with you. That's not my thing. My thing isn't watches. I used to like watches, so I've had a collection of Richard Mille watches, which I haven't sold. But that's just, I used to enjoy wearing them. So if you look at my videos from 2 years ago, I used to always wear different Richard Milles, which I have them all. I think the last one I bought was a Bob Watson, and that was quite cheap. And I still have that. And I saw it this morning. I looked at it, it's part of a collection I have. But I don't enjoy it because I'm based in the UK, London, and it's just not, people just don't wear watches anymore. Yeah, Apple Watch.
This is what I said.
Yeah.
When I was coming to London, like I was saying for the people, like rule number 1 while you're traveling, like don't take luxury watches if you're traveling. Like people,
You could take them, but not like wear them exposed.
Not wear them exposed. Like if you're having your car, you're moving from one spot to other spot, it's fine.
Yeah.
But if you're using the public transportation,
No,
I don't recommend
never.
it at all.
Yeah.
People thought like it's buy low because I said like rule number 1. People thought like buy low,
No.
you should not take them. So
Yeah.
no, it's safe, but it's not recommended like to move
show it off.
around, to show it off,
Yeah.
like wearing like short sleeves and a Rolex and going around the street everywhere in the world, like
Same.
not only in London.
If you're selling a watch, guys, it's fine. Put it in your bag. Put it in a separate part. Like have it in your pocket, inside pocket. Walk around with it. No one's gonna know. But if you're gonna be showing off your expensive watch, walking around London, there are opportunists out there who are looking for people who are wearing expensive watches. As you see on internet, YouTube, loads of people have been victims of watch crime. So we recommend people just to cover their watches and not be really out there partying with watches in the nighttime. Put them in your safe. I travel with watches. If I travel watches, you won't know because I'm on social media. A lot of people know me. I can't be really known where I am at where I'm gonna be with my watches, if that makes sense. So if I don't wear watches at all in London anymore. I wore watch this morning in the shop. I wore it in the shop, and I went to have a haircut next door, and I took it off and gave it to the manager who puts it in the safe, and then I have a haircut. When I come back, when I go in the shop, I put it back on again. So I will not wear it outside just because of the safety factors.
Okay. What's an advice you can give, like, for someone who's a new buyer or someone who's trying to get into the watch market, like, to start, like, investing? Let me explain for you something. Like, in Egypt now, we have a severe devaluation in currency. Inflation is going really high, and people are trying to invest in some stuff. Gold prices are really high in Egypt, so many people are like going for luxury watches, maybe Birkins. Like, all of these are like source of investing. So, what an advice you can give for someone who's trying to invest in this business, and what other things people can invest in?
Yeah, I mean, I've always said bricks and mortar are the safest investment pieces. Smaller deposits and repayments over 25 years on a low interest rate is the safest option because we have become a wealthy family through property, and that's my father's 8 brothers and sisters, including myself. Everyone has become wealthy through property. Not through watches, not through bags, not through gold. I'll be honest with you. But if you're looking to invest in luxury items and you have a passion for watches, then just be safe when investing. Sport model Rolex watches, just stick to the sport models. Stick to things that that are easy to liquidate if you need money. Birkin bags are a great investment if it depends on if you don't use them. If you buy a bag and you use the bag a lot and it gets damaged, you're not going to get the money back on it. So at the end of the day, you have to be careful. If you're investing in something, what are you investing in? Like gold, you can just throw gold around; it's still worth the value. I've got gold. I've been buying gold for 8 years, so I've been accumulating bars for a very long time. I've been accumulating watches for a long time. I've been accumulating bags for the past 2 years. I think I've got over 150 bags, millions of pounds of stock in the shop, of bags just sitting around. But it's not a quick. It's not a quick investment, and you have to have the right clientele to buy the watches, to buy the gold, to buy the bags, to buy the diamonds. You have to have, our investment in the luxury business here. We're in Knightsbridge next to Harrods. It's 4 floors of business, and the rents are crazy. We've got like over 23 people working in this business model.
Oh.
Yeah, and you've got so much, you got to have the podcast, the money for the editors, the money for everything. So when you're spending millions a year and you're investing even more than that, and to make a profit, you got to pay your strong bills. You got to pay for it. So you just be careful when investing. I would just say be careful when investing because it's not for everybody. I don't find it an easy task.
He's tasked to invest in luxury watches.
Yeah, so I would say be wise. Where you invest your money, I always say stick to property. The majority of the people should stick to property, in my opinion, because it's very safe. It's very safe. If I wasn't a business person, I would just invest my money in property. If I wasn't an entrepreneur, because I'm an entrepreneur, I'm risky. I take risks, and the risk I take is I open new shops, I open new brands. I try this business. I've got another 5 business ideas in my head that I want to try, that I'm going to invest a lot of my money into. But I could buy property equally. I could buy property with all that money. Or I could try the businesses. I might lose. This business might fail. But it's my risk. I'm that risk person. I'm the person that takes the risks. But it's not for everybody. Like if I've got 100 friends, 99 of them, they will not take the risks that I take. Because they're afraid. They'll say, Adam, we don't want to lose all of our money.
Well, this is how you get rich.
Yeah, but it's not for everybody.
Like taking risk. Like every path of success, you have to take some risk.
Yeah.
Reaching it.
But then it's hard if you work for someone for 2-3 years, you've saved 50,000, 30,000, 20,000, you spent it in 1 month on trying to do a business and it did not work. And your head like, oh, I've spent the money. I don't know how to, I need more money. Oh. They don't have more money. Then that business goes downhill. They spent 3 years of their life saving that money that did not work. So the success stories on business are not the majority. It's the minority. And it comes with experience. So I feel like I'm a minority of experience, which makes it even easier. But the majority without experience makes it a difficult task. Then it becomes luck and hard work. So I don't bet on luck and hard work. I bet on
Experience.
experience and being like having the knowledge that I need to be successful. So I'm not afraid of business. I have no fear for business whatsoever. I jump, I run. I'm like, where is business? I run for it. I put my money into it. People think I'm crazy, you know. But people who know me know. My father knows. He says, you are best investing your money in business. But most people are not. But if it 10 years ago, my father said, you are best investing your money in property. Because he says, your business experience is not there yet. Because he knew I was not, and my knowledge was not where it is today. So he was afraid for me to waste all my money in just investing. And I lose it all. And he goes, it's better to buy property because your rental is 100% guaranteed, and your property price is going to go up 100% guaranteed over a period of 10 years. You know, it's a long period. So, you know, last 10 years in England, you could have bought a property, just say, for example, smaller properties, 350, 400,000. Now they've gone up to 800,000, 700,000. So you've doubled your money. It's or you've made 30%, 40%, 50%, 60% return on investment, which is massive. But in business, you would have lost it like that. Some people. And I've lost money in business. So
Definitely, like, can you mention for us like a big drop that happened in your business?
Yeah, so COVID was a massive part of the business when I had the buying and sell businesses at that time when we had to close up. The beauty businesses had to close. Traveling all stopped for me. Import export was put on hold because of I couldn't import things in the country. A lot of my businesses stopped at that point. But I wasn't afraid. I was just aware that I needed to do something that wouldn't stop. So I found a solution for that. And, you know, like trading started, people started the NFTs. You know, there's loads of things that we started at that time. You know, like I'm not going to get into the businesses that I did do in COVID that helped me get through COVID.
Okay.
You know, helped me get through the other businesses. I was like, wow, I found a new business venture. And then I moved on to Love Luxury as well at the same time. And this opened up more doors of meeting people, having fun. This was more of a fun business for me. Love Luxury was fun because my wife is involved. One of my children are involved, my daughter, my sister. And it was more of a family thing.
Was this a part of the marketing campaign, or you found that like this is really having a good reach and working well, so I like continued in this path?
No, the family was pre-marketing. So we know I had my daughter doing the videos years ago before Love Luxury. She was practicing 5 years ago. I got videos on my phone when she was 6 years old, and I wanted always for my children to be entrepreneurs and business people. So I always felt like I need to start them young, and it was just made for us. Like this business and the family, it went together. It just, you know, as I say, Allahu Alam. Yeah. Whatever he has written, he wrote for a reason. It was maybe to bring us close together as well, you know, because at the end of the day, parents get very busy.
Yeah.
In business, and you don't see your kids much. You have the driver pick them up and the nanny look after them and this and that. And for us to be close, we wanted to involve the children in the business.
It bonds more.
It bonds well, yeah.
Bonds
And then now
more,
we do dances together, you know. And then this is memories for me. Wallahi, it's memory. It's looking in 20 years, looking back and seeing me dancing with my kids, seeing me having fun with my kids, seeing them where they developed, where they are in 20 years. And Allahu Alam, whatever he's written. But inshallah, they are successful. And we have not just one, there's multiple kids, you know. I have another daughter, she's 9, that daughter, she's 10, a son that's 11, another child that's 14, you know. So we have other children that are around that we are parents to.
Involving the family in business is really nice, because for me, I'm a dentist, and like dentists in Egypt, like we work at night. We don't work from 8 to 5 or from 8 to 4. Like I start my work like at 6 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe till midnight. Because everyone, like, it's really hard to like take a day off to go to the dentist. So like I'm always switched like to the night time. So like spending time with my family is like, I don't have time to spend with my family. Like my wife is working in the morning. Like I have to take care. Like I start moving by 6 p.m. or like 5 p.m. to reach for the clinic. This is one of the main reasons. Like I might like move here, because like having a routine as a dentist in Egypt is catastrophic. So like I really love what you're doing with the family, and like always being together in like the shop and the videos. It really gives like more bonding to the family. Like keep going doing this. Yeah, and it's giving a very good reach. So I would love to thank you so much today for this amazing podcast and like for your time. I know you're super busy. Uh, at the end, I just want to tell everyone how to reach for you, and if you can, if someone is coming for you with a budget, uh, does Maria can help them like pick the best watch or thing in this budget. If you can tell us like how to contact you and if this option is available, this would be great.
Inshallah, yeah. So in order to buy and sell to Love Luxury, you can contact us on 0203 888 or sales at loveluxury.co.uk, or go onto the website. There's a WhatsApp button. Click that button, message us, and ask or speak to us and say what you are wanting to do, like buy, sell, watch, handbag, gold, diamonds, and we'll push you to the right department. And with my colleagues, we always recommend pieces that are great investments. So when we always advise people to buy what we believe is the best investment for your money, as opposed to what you love. Because if you love something that's a 26 millimeter Rolex white dial on a Jubilee stretch bracelet on a smooth bezel, and we can advise you on a 36 mil fluted on a blue dial, blue zero, something a bit more popular. So we always recommend going for the right watch for you, and we'll make sure it fits. Make sure your wrist is the right size for the watch. Make sure it suits your aesthetic, and it's a good investment long term. That's what we do here at Love Luxury. That's what we specialize in. And every single item in the store that I've purchased with my own money is because I know it's a great investment. And that's what the staff do. They make sure that they invest in pieces because I use my own money here to buy. And if it doesn't sell, I know it's a great investment long term. So here at Love Luxury, that's what we offer. And it's a family-run business, as you know. You've got my wife, Emily. You've got our daughter, Mu, a.k.a. the billionaire's daughter. So go check her out. And my wife, and my brother, and myself, Mr. Adam Abraham. I have my own channel that I'm starting up for podcasts, for business. And it's London to Dubai-based businesses. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much, Mr. Adam. I really loved the episode. Thank you, guys. اعملوا بقى hit subscribe, follow, activate the bell, everything. See you في حلقة جديدة بإذن الله من واتش توك اريبيا. بجد الحلقة دي اللي مش هتتفرج عليها خسران. Thank you,
Thank you
thank
so
you, thank
much.
you, thank you.
See you later.